Hello, and welcome to the HelloID Service Automation Product Release video for July 2024. HelloID Service Automation is a user management self-service solution, empowering organizations by delegating user management tasks like group management and distribution group delegation. Delegating management of shared resources is another key feature. This aids IT departments in preventing the accumulation of unnecessary licenses and access rights, enhancing overall efficiency and security. Please note that this video highlights only the new features in the July 2024 release. For more videos, visit docs.helloid.com or check out our YouTube channel. Let's dive in. We'll start with a PowerPoint presentation before moving on to demonstrate the new functionalities for the July 2024 release. In this release, we are introducing two new functionalities. We begin by adding additional information to the Recertification Insights overview for end users, such as a security officer. Now, in the detailed view of a recertification campaign iteration, additional information such as the request timeline and optional filled-in form data can be requested. This additional information provides deeper insight into the recertification process and will assist in future decision-making to approve or reject requests. As a second new functionality, we have made the CSV download for the grid and multi-select grid and service desk or product request forms optional. From now on, you can configure whether the displayed information is available to download as a CSV file for the end user. For existing grids, this option is enabled by default due to backward compatibility, but it can now also be disabled. When adding a new grid to a form, this option is turned off by default. To utilize these recertification functionalities, the HelloID governance module license is required. Let's dive into a demonstration of these new features. We've just launched the self-service product overview for a demo of our latest product release, Demo 2024-07. Let's take a look at the new releases. Here you see the Recertification Insights overview. Currently, there is one open campaign and we are going to view its details. In this overview, we can see all the requests that are part of this campaign and their statuses. In the last column, we have added a feature, the Open Details button, which provides additional information about the request. For demonstration purposes, we will search for Demo User 02. This Demo User 02 also has the product release Demo 2024-07 in their possession. Now we can look at its details. At the top of this new screen, we see the product name, for whom it was requested, by whom it was requested, and at the bottom of the overview, you can see the request timeline and the form data menu buttons. The request timeline makes the timeline clear, including all approval steps from the initial request. In the second tab for the form data, if available, the filled-in form data is visible. This additional information provides more insight into the initial product request, the associated approval workflow, and potentially filled-in form data. This information will be helpful in future decisions to approve or reject the resort information request. We will now navigate to the HelloID admin screen, where we will demonstrate the next feature. We have opened the Service Form Download CSV. We will now navigate to the form itself. Now we are adding a grid and will modify it. A new option has been added on the right side, Show Download button. This option is typically turned off, but for existing forms with a grid or a multi-select grid, this option is on. This option ensures that the information displayed in the grid is available or not available to download as CSV. Let's turn this new option on. To display data in the grid, we will configure a quick data source. For convenience, we choose a native data source and select the HelloID users. We save this and update the configuration, and we add a second grid. Here we do essentially the same configuration, but let's turn the download option off. We again add a native data source from the HelloID users, so we can display data in our grid. We now save the form. Then, as an end user, we go to the Service Desk page to open the form and view the results. We have loaded the Service Desk page and we scroll down to open the form. Download CSV. Both grids are loaded with users from HelloID, as we have configured, and in the upper grid, the Download CSV buttons are available at the top right, while in the lower grid, this download is not available. This is the result of the configuration we have just applied on the admin side in the form configuration. With these new configuration options, you can set up the content of the grid to be downloadable for the end user, allowing you to decide in certain cases whether or not to enable this, depending on the information in the grid. As we conclude this overview of the latest HelloID release, we hope you're as excited as we are about these enhancements and new features. They're designed to streamline your experience, improve security, and ensure your system's integrity with advanced configurations and mappings. Stay tuned for more updates, and thank you for choosing HelloID for your identity and access management needs.